Well, shall we dive right in?
It's time.
I just opened the course. I opened it up in the manual for teachers because I was thinking about the prayer of the heart. Prayer of the heart. You know how our prayers are always answered. We've talked about that before. We receive always everything we ask for. And he talks about words here. You know, in the workbook, when you go deeper, he says words will have less meaning, play a smaller role, and we'll use less words. And he says here, this is a little section called "What is the role of words in healing?" It says, strictly speaking, words play no part at all in healing. The motivating factor is prayer or asking. What you ask for, you receive. But this refers to the heart, not to the words you're using in prayer. Sometimes the words and the prayer are contradictory. Sometimes they agree. It does not matter. God does not understand words, for they were made by separated minds to keep them in the illusion of separation. Words were made to keep the mind in the illusion of separation. Jesus says that God does not understand words. That gives a whole new meaning.
Breaking up again.
Breaking up again. Well, I'm talking about words.
It's all meaningless. No.
Yeah, we're here to be with God. That's why we're here anyway. Yeah, we could just be with this message, you know. So Jesus says here too about words. He says words can be helpful, particularly for the beginner in helping concentration and facilitating the exclusion, or at least the control, of extraneous thoughts. Facilitating the exclusion of extraneous thoughts. That's why we use words in the lessons to help us release unhelpful thought patterns, meaningless thoughts, idle thoughts, mind wandering, trains of thoughts. We use specific helpful thoughts to remove all extraneous thoughts. But then it says, let us not forget, however, that words are but symbols of symbols. They're thus twice removed from reality. As symbols, words have quite specific references. Even when they seem most abstract, the picture that comes to mind is apt to be very concrete. Unless a specific referent does occur to the mind in conjunction with the word has little or no practical meaning, and thus cannot help the healing process. If we don't understand the word, or if it doesn't mean anything to us, it can't really help. But the prayer of the heart does not really ask for concrete things. It always requests some kind of experience, the specific things asked for being the bringers of the desired experience in the opinion of the asker. The words then are symbols for the things asked for, for the things themselves, but stand for the experiences that are hoped for. So it's not really, it's not things we ever ask for. If we ask for a partner, it's not really the partner we ask for. It's for an experience of love and connection. Because we're never going to be content with symbols. We're never going to be happy with stuff. But we ask for an experience, and Spirit will guide us and lead us as to where and how to open up to that experience. And that is very specific. But we can release thinking we know the way to get that experience. We think we know, and we look outside often and we compare and we say, if I have this or that, I would be happy. But it's much better to say, I don't know. I know I want to be happy, but Spirit, you show me the means. You send the means. We could just go into a meditation now and go beyond words. And we can use a few words to help us into an experience and release unhelpful thoughts, superficial thoughts, maybe doubt thoughts.
So you can just let yourself tune in to what's here in this moment. If there's agitation in the mind, you can just take a deep breath. And just let that breath, just let it go.
And release any thoughts. Just use the thought, I am here. I am here, Spirit. And we can come back to the room. Yeah. Again, we're so very loved. The Spirit, God, always answers the prayer of our heart. It's good to become aware what we ask for and then answer when the guidance comes in, to follow it, to take the steps. It's safer than not to. We may think the guidance is scary, leading to something new. But it's safer to follow it than not to follow it. To follow our own guidance, our own plan, or our own fear, that should be much scarier. That's the beauty of the path. I have always felt the reward from throwing caution to the wind and following, no matter what it is. You too.
Yeah, definitely. Coming out here to be with you. It's like everything else just scatters to the wind.
Yeah. So what is your prayer? What is the prayer of your heart? What is it that you want in the depths of your being? What an invitation you can really get in touch with. Maybe you ask for joy, healing, love, connection. The Spirit knows how to give this to you. Keep our minds and hearts open and follow the guidance. For our own peace of mind, our own well-being. It's the most important thing. Does anyone want to bring up something here? There's something on your heart. Maybe a prayer of your heart or a question.
Go ahead, Anna.
There we go. Having technical issues myself. Oh, hi, everybody. So
Hi,
I think that today's topic is pretty fitting for everything that's going on. I've been guided to move to Calgary with Kevin and to go to the retreat in Vancouver. This is all very, very, very exciting. I'm very excited for this. what Spirit's got me doing this morning, which I really need to get off my chest, I think, is don't have the money for any of this. We don't have the money to move. I don't have the money to go on a retreat. So now I have to ask for donations. The one deal I made with Jesus a long time ago was, please don't make me ever have to ask for donations. Please, I don't know why. Well, actually, I figured out why I don't like it. Because of the world's like such big input on being self-sufficient. Like if you're not self-sufficient, then you totally missed the boat and you suck. You know, like, yeah, like my dad's always like, why don't you have more than one job? Why are you sitting on your couch listening to Jesus all day when you should be out like getting like 3 jobs or 4 jobs or 100 jobs, you know? Like that's just how things are supposed to work. So yeah, so I have to ask for $3,000 Canadian to help with the move and to help just financially with just getting to Vancouver or whatever. So, and at first, I don't know, it's kind of fun actually now because I see it from a whole new perspective. Like I read something that was like, don't get hung up on the how, because that keeps you from not seeing the miraculousness of everything, you know? Like if I'm like,
Say that
oh,
again to see that out. Don't get what?
You don't see like the miraculousness of like the orchestration of how everything is orchestrated and stuff. If I'm worried about that, then I miss the point. And then I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong as always, you know, because it's all interconnected, somebody's guidance or something or whatever, that's part of their guidance. Yeah, it's just so much fun because I don't know, it's just so fun. The guidance is so fun and the scariness of it has just kind of like dissipated. And I'm so excited to just be curious, like to just be curious about everything. Yeah. And so, yeah, so I just wanted to get that out in the open that, yeah, such an importance on self-sufficiency. And I've just been really praying to see this all a different way, you know, because the prayer of my heart is to experience God's love for me and to remember how much I love him and to see my brothers for who they truly are. That's all I want. That's all I want. That is my only prayer. And to see myself this way. I think I've been on here so many times saying the same thing and getting really weepy about it. Like I'm done. I'm so done. I got to see what grievances are and how they're not real and how they're just like made up of words and sounds and pictures. And if spirit is formless and changeless and silent, which communicates in silence, like I'm not sitting here having like a back and forth conversation all the time with spirit. It's me talking and then silence and then knowing, you know, and to transcend words. I'm so tired of words. I can't, I have no tolerance for them. There's just been like a whirligig of like words, and I feel like it's a wall of words. Like there's just a wall of words that just has me so distracted that if it were just to break, there would just be something beautiful underneath. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So that's just what I wanted to share today.
And I love your message, you know, that you're gonna hug me. I want to hug you too.
Yes. Yeah, I was giving Kevin a back rub the other night and I was like, wait a minute. Like, I touch you. Like, and then all of a sudden the ego goes, oh, bodies aren't real. And you're like, shut up. Anyway, next. I can't wait to hug you and hug Barret and hug everybody else that's there and just have a giant hug fest. Yeah. Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you.
Mm.
You too.
Yeah. It feels good to ask for donations, let go of pride. That's what Anne is. Yeah. I love
Yeah. Sorry, you guys are really
Yeah.
choppy a little bit, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure what to do about that tonight.
yeah, no, that's okay. I feel it's very fitting for the topic of no words. Like maybe we need to feel what each other is saying instead of so many freaking words.
That's it.
Yeah.
We need to start to feel the essence. We're here to feel the essence of the truth, the essence of the connection. Let's just use this meeting to feel the essence rather than superficial words.
Mm.
That's what it's all about. It's beautiful to let go of the pride and ask for donations. You spoke about Anna. Let's trust divine providence instead of self-sufficiency. I'm sustained by the love of God. Very loving. Not sustained by fear, that's for sure. Does anyone else want to share? Bart's just gonna try to work it out with our internet angel. How is your trip to Peru coming on, Hazel?
Well, I don't know that I'm ready to share other than there's a lot going on. Just I've been back from Mexico now for about 7 weeks, and it's been a whirlwind of integration, and there's just a lot of activity and movement and things arising, and I'm just letting it wash through. And today I was just going to sort of take some time to be still and listen.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Listen to
And
your
feel.
heart.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at.
It's beautiful. Lots of love to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, follow your heart. Okay, anyone else? Julie?
Yeah. Right at this moment, I feel anxiety, and lately I've noticed that I thought before that even though I'm reading in the course that it's not, it's reversed, but I kept believing still that the outside world was happening and then giving me anxiety, sometimes, or joy. And lately I've been catching this reverse, like I feel anxiety, let's say, for example, anxiety, and it's abstract, and then I see my mind trying to, it must be because of this, it must be because of this, and I'm trying to find, like, it I see the reverse, cause and effect or something, and it's fascinating, and it's still I don't want to feel this anymore. I don't want to feel anxious anymore. I want to wake up and feel God. Just remember that I am a creation of God, and He loves me, and I'm loved, and I'm safe. That's my prayer, is to be in that every moment, and to know and to remember. And within this call, just within this call, I was very, it was peaceful, no thoughts really, and suddenly this anxiety showed up again. I resist it, like it's hard to welcome it. I mean, to let it flow. It's like something's wrong, It feels like something's broken. So,
yeah, so that's a belief that you can be with. It's just a belief that something is broken. And that emotion, anxiety, something is up for healing. It's not reality. It's not going to last. It's just something moving through. Again, you say you're tired of feeling anxious. Good. It's on its way out.
Okay.
Yeah. I hug you. I love you, Julie.
Thank you for reminding me that it's not forever, that it's passing.
Yeah.
I forget.
Okay, anyone else? Come on next.
Internet is not very good.
Yeah, hi. I wasn't sure if you could hear me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this feels like a symbol of what I want to share, I think. It feels like since yesterday has come a lot of things up, and I really have a strong wish to kind of stay with myself and allow whatever I'm feeling. There's something about littleness, and it's funny. I think I had my hand up like before, and you didn't see me, and part of me was like, "Oh, then I'm not supposed to say anything," and that's the thing, and that's the thing that's up. That's the thing that's up with everything for me right now, and with my family, and with this littleness and this. I think it's just a lot of confusion and not even knowing. I woke up this morning and I didn't know if I was able to do anything, because I didn't want to come from false empathy or from people pleasing or from doing. And I think, am I just going to be in my bed the whole day? I have no idea. Yeah.
And it feels really good though. So
it is. I think it is. It's just, it just feels like new ground, and I don't know. I don't know how to act. I don't know how to react. I don't know how to relate.
that's good. That's good. You don't know, and then you leave the space open. You leave the space open to experience spirit, experience life coming through you. Questioning littleness, questioning false empathy, questioning people pleasing, not doing anything until you feel a true inspiration. That's really powerful. It's really beautiful.
Yeah. It definitely brings up this fear of rejection. It's very strong, that fear right now, that idea, that belief that, no, if I do this, I think in my whole life I felt like on the edge of any kind of group or relationship I was in. So it just needs a little push, and then I'm out of that. So that feels like that's up strongly right now. Yeah.
It's a part of you that feels really safe now, and you're ready to question the belief in rejection. Ready to question rejection. You're ready to face rejection, to see it disappear.
Yeah. Thank you. I am ready. It's so, with the reaction from some of my family members, it's really strong. There's this it brings up this belief that there will be no way back, no way to relate to them, nothing possible. And I know you say it's not true, it's going to be something else. And I know in the book it says, it's about the
Yeah,
trust, and you anticipate loss. Yeah. Sorry.
well, there is one who knows how to relate.
Yeah.
There is one, you know, and that light, that truth wants to come through all the time. The only one that knows how to relate. And it can't relate through specialness. It can't relate through a role. This is why you're releasing these things, the roles, the specialness. It's okay for you to not know how to relate. It's really, really good. Yeah, I guess we're frozen again. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah. I think it came through. I guess the prayer of my heart is to just keep going right now, because I really want to keep going. I really want to keep taking the steps right now.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you. And I think what came up yesterday in the session there, when I could feel this, I wanted to fight. I wanted to fight for my right to specialness, for my right to be something, for my right to, yeah, that definitely did something for me to see that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Release the fighter, release the defender of specialness.
Yeah. Thank you.
In favor of true connection, true power, and real love, real joy. Love you, Solveig.
Love you. Thank you.
Anyone else? It seems to now. Internet is a little better, I think. It doesn't freeze as much. Do you agree? No? Okay. No, Grace doesn't agree. It's not yet sufficient. We need some more help from our miracle work internet guy. And maybe this is it for tonight. Thanks for joining us, even if it was choppy.
The heart connection is strong and clear.
Indeed, it feels really strong, and I think the message has come through. Yeah. So much love, so much connection. Follow the clarity. Follow the clarity of your heart. Spirit is guiding you. Don't doubt it. Express some heart here.
Just as you did that, two birds flew like straight up
Wow.
the window.
Okay. Well, take care. Have a great day. Have a great night. And see you soon.
Yeah. See you
Hopefully,
soon.
next time we have a little better connection. Thank you.
Yeah. Good night, all.
Oh, we also ask for donations. I forgot to say, for those sessions, if anyone is inspired to give a little, some of you do. If anyone is inspired to give for these sessions, we happily receive. If you can't give, we happily invite you to be here anyway. It's just whatever the heart says. Yeah. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.